Hello guys, this is Sushant. So welcome to your channel which is Science Genius. We have been uploading videos for your preparation for the engineering entrances for the mathematics section. And we are doing so in the coming weeks also. We'll be uploading more topics on this. We have already finished off with your derivatives chapter. So if you are new to the channel, you can just go and watch those videos which is present in the playlist. Also, to get the regular updates from us, you can just subscribe to our page and also hit the bell icon to never miss a notification of the uploads. Do like the videos, do share it with your friends because your sharing and liking the videos will help us make more videos for you in your preparation for the engineering entrances. Help us make more videos so that it indirectly helps you in your preparation. So do share, do like and do comment in the comment section how do you find these videos and let us know what more videos you would like us to make on. So let's get going with today's chapter which is integration, which is the continuation part of the previous video. So we are going to continue with our topic which is integration, and we are going to discuss one of the methods of integration which is called as the substitution method. Now substitution method can be considered as the most important of all the methods present in integration because most of the problems can be solved with the help of your substitution. So whenever you are substituting any variable or any function in a particular integration, you have to remember two things. First thing is whatever function which is being substituted, its derivative should be present in the integration. If it is not present, then you have to try to bring that particular thing inside the integration. That is the first key point. And the second key point is after substitution, the original variable which was present should not be present in your integration. That means that if you are having a function which is of x, and you're substituting that particular function in terms of your t, then your new integration should be only in terms of t. There should not be any variable or any function which is of x. So once you have solved this, then your integration, that is your substitution method, is going to be right. So this is a key point or the key note which you should understand while going for the substitution method. So we are going to discuss on this more in our problem section. Now let us analyze this particular problem which is given. You can see that it is x minus 1 upon root of x plus 4. Now whenever you are trying to solve this, you have to keep one thing in mind, that is your direct integration of this is not possible. So now what you have to understand is, since there is a root term in the denominator, there are two ways to solve this. The first way is you can just try to bring this term in the numerator part, or you can go by the substitution method. So since we are dealing with the substitution method, let's see how it is done. So what you need to do is that you have a root of x plus 4 and it's in the denominator. Most of the time whatever is in the denominator is going inside the substitution. That is not always the case, but you can try it out. So now if you are substituting your x plus 4 as t, mind you, I am not taking the root with it, because if you are taking the root then you will be having a more complicated term present in it. So to avoid that, we are taking a simpler one, that is x plus 4 is equal to t. So from this I need to express what this x is going to be in terms of t. So x is going to be t minus 4. If you are taking derivative of this, you will be getting this as dx equals dt. So your integration can be simplified as your x is going to be t minus 4, so that is t minus 4 minus 1, so that becomes minus 5, upon x plus 4 was t, so it's going to be root t, and your dx has become dt. So you can see that all the terms present in this particular integration are being replaced by their equivalent t format, and the new integration which you are solving now is only in terms of t. There are no x present in it. So after this, now the integration can be done. So it is going to be integration of t upon root 2, so that becomes t raised to half minus 5 into t raised to minus half. So you are finding the integration of this. So this becomes t raised to 3 by 2 because it is of the form x raised to n. So it's t raised to 3 by 2 upon 3 by 2 minus, this is going to be 5 into t raised to half into divided by t raised, that is half, that is going to be 10. And you will be having a plus c which is to be added. So now whenever you are going by the substitution method and you are solving for indefinite integration, you have to understand the third key point, which is that you have to resubstitute. So that means that you have to replace the variable which has been substituted to the original variable, because the question was based on your x and not on your t. So you will be having this as 2 by 3 into t is your basically x plus 4 raised to 3 by 2 minus 10 into x plus 4 raised to half plus c. So this is how you will be finding your integration. Let us take one more problem based on this. So let us have a look at this particular problem. So you have an integration of 2x x cube of x square plus 3 tan of x square plus 3 dx. So this is going to be a very complicated term which is present. So since you can see that there is a combination of sec and tan and also a 2x present, your substitution method should be applicable over here. So what you need to understand is, if you are taking any substitution variable or function, then its derivative should also be present. So in this, your derivative formulas will be quite handy. So if you are taking the substitution as tan x, let us take the substitution to be tan x. Then in that case, you should understand that the derivative of tan x is sec square x, which in this case you are getting over here as cube. So that is going to be not helping you in your solving part. Now if you are taking the substitution as sec, then in that case you should know that the derivative of sec is going to be sec x tan x. So you are getting rid of one of the sec and you are also getting rid of the tan when you are taking the derivative. So let us try to understand how is this going to help. So what you need to do is you are just adjusting some of the terms over here. So you are writing this as sec square of x square plus 3 into, it can be written as 2x sec of x square plus 3 into tan of x square plus 3. So what I have done is I have just split up this sec cube into sec square and sec. Now when you are substituting, what you can do is you can substitute your sec x square plus 3 as the variable t. When you are doing this, you are taking the derivative. So you know that the sec derivative is going to be sec and a tan along with the derivative of what is present inside the sec. So you can see that there is a x square plus 3 present. So the derivative of x square plus 3 is going to be 2x dx. This thing is equal to dt. So you can see that this whole big term has been removed and substituted as dt. So your integration now has changed to a t square into dt, which you can see that the integration of x raised to n form. So it's going to be t cube by 3 plus c. So it's basically nothing but your sec cube of x square plus 3, because you have to resubstitute it, your t as the sec x square plus 3, and you will be getting this integration as this. So this is what your method of substitution is. We will be discussing on more of these methods in the coming videos. So do let us know in the comment section what more videos you would like us to make on. and do let us know how you are finding these videos, whether it is helping you in your studies or not. Also do share the videos and like the videos so that it inspires us to make more videos and help you in your preparation. So this is Sushant from Samartha Vidya classes, which is basically a group tuitions for the engineering and science students. So if you want to know about us, we are based in Mulund. You can email us at samarthavidya@gmail.com to know more about us. And also you can visit our Facebook page, which is for Samartha Vidya. The link for the page and also your email address is given in the description, so you can just check it out. So this is Sushant signing off. So keep learning, keep watching, and happy learning. Bye.